lakini moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, but I'm gonna try go away, yeah, and give a chance, go away, yeah. Utando lwa miluka away, go away, yeah. Ngifuna ukuphumelela kuwe. Try for you, 'cause I'm gonna try for you. I'm gonna give my love to you. Ngifuna ukuphumelela kuwe. Trips and young romances, breakups and second chances. Our rhythm steers through all these years. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat only forever. If love is a drum, you are my drummer. I'll dance to your beat. Then it's me and you, my Sukutila.
This is Hendrik Sam.
Misikatai, unanidai, akiwalahi, ninaogopa sitadinai. I want you to lie, ni vile I'm trying to find good love, baby, baby. I'll be the one for you. I'm trying to be the best version of myself. If you wait for me, I don't need nobody else. I'm trying to find good love, baby, maybe, and I'll be the one for you.
Jack on the beat.
They say on drugs, I say on me. They say it's sad, I say it's funny. You with some crap, don't you dare call me, cause I know that I can get you out this shit. I know it's weird that I'm quite honest, but if I don't, then who's gonna know? When mama said, don't you play with fire, you should listen and just move out my way. I've got this feeling that someone's on me. I've got this feeling that someone's on me, yeah. Someone's on me. Ooh, someone's on me, someone's on me. Yeah, someone's on me. Oh, someone's on me, someone's on me. Cause I'm a drug, and you're on me. And I'm a drug that I just cannot resist. Someone's on me, ooh, someone's on me. Once you begin, but there's no ending. Oh boy, it's like divine calling. And you don't know if you're up or falling out at the end of the tunnel. Well, not here. The end is near, I feel it coming. This is between you and I only. When mama said, don't you play with fire, you should listen, it just move out my way. I've got this feeling it's someone's on me. I've got this feeling it's someone's on me. Someone's on me. Ooh, someone's on me, someone's on me. Yeah, 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 someone's on me. Ooh, someone's on me, someone's on me. 'Cause I'm a drug, and you're on me. And I'm a drug that you just cannot resist. Someone's on me, someone's on me. Someone's on me. Someone's on me. Yeah. And I'm a drug that you just cannot resist. Someone's on me.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Pawa Radio.
Kusema kweli bado nakuhata, and on the daily bado nakufata. Kosa sio hoja zaidi ya kukupenda. Vipi nikatupa ndoto tulizoziota? Uliniwasha nare enzi zetu za kupare, kwa mvinyo na makale, magizani hadi ngware, nikijifanya dakitare wa mabinti wale wenye shepu za hatari, nikapotelea ndani. Ila mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona I can't help but miss you every morning. Vile unapendeza, kama ningeweza jua yepi ya kutarajia, nisingejipata mashakani kwa niliyoyatenda. Ninayempenda ni wewe, hakuna mwingine wa kubadili penzi. Ningependa tuelewane, kiburi kisinikosanishe nawe. Uliniwasha pale na sikushika nare, ukanisema kwa jirani kwamba mimi kisirane, aibu za hadharani, vile penzi hatari. Njoo unipe amani kama hapo zamani. Mwambie nampenda, oh yeah, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie nampenda, roho ya mtamani bado nampenda.
Gen X, those ones.
Welcome back. So sorry for that little technical hitch we were experiencing, but we are back on. This is a Pawa Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike. Happy Valentine's. Yes, we are in a little bit of a different background here. You know, the set is a little bit different. We've got flowers there. We've got a beautiful guest in the studio, which I'll be letting her introduce herself because she has decided to be our Valentine, and it's a special thing for us as well. Yes, but karibuni sana. Happy Valentine's. Let us know where you are valentining from. Unanunuliwa maua ya bouquet ya pesa ama ya maua ya ukweli kama yenye tuko nayo hapa. Let us know. The hashtag to use is hashtag Pawa Morning Drive. You can hit us up on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across all social media. We are also incidentally streaming live across all our platforms. So thank you so much for tuning in, and let's get into it. But before that, my guest is already in studio, and in the special Valentine's edition of the Power Morning Drive, I would love her to introduce herself and let us know, for her to let us know what is going on in her mind right now. Good morning, Wavinya.
Good morning. Thank you.
And happy New Year to you, because this is the first time we're seeing
the first time. Happy New Year to you too.
Yes.
And happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's.
Yeah.
You clearly came ready and prepared.
Yes.
Yes, you are very much on brand. Is Valentine something that you look forward to, or is it a day that deserves all this? We give a lot of attention to Valentine's.
I think we should give a lot of attention to Valentine because we need to remind ourselves about love.
Yeah.
And love does not only mean couples love.
Yes.
Self-love is very important.
It's important.
Because you date according to your self-worth.
That's right.
So once you love yourself, you attract the right people.
Yeah.
So those ones who have Valentine's, all the best.
Yeah.
Enjoy your day. Those ones who don't have, you still have yourself. Self-love is the biggest thing, especially in this era.
Yeah.
So love yourself. Treat yourself. Buy yourself flowers. Self-love you, because that's the greatest of them all.
That's the greatest love of them all by Whitney Houston. I remember that song. The greatest love, something like that. I don't know. Yes, and in true fashion, Miley Cyrus sang she can buy herself flowers. So, people should be buying themselves flowers.
Exactly. Don't wait for anyone. No one is coming. That's the mantra.
Yes.
So before anyone comes, come through for yourself.
For sure.
Yeah. So my name is Wavinya Makai. I'm a development expert. I am into politics of money and finance and understanding how the African position lies in all this global economic system. Yes.
And we will be talking a lot about that in our discussions later on.
Yeah.
But shall we talk what has been making headlines in the papers this morning?
Sure.
Right. Of course, the whatever is plastering the papers this morning is the Valentine's Day.
Definitely.
I can see on the page of the Daily Nation here, there's a story about the Valentine's Day, and out with roses, in with money bouquets. That is the latest. I think it's a trend that started sometime last year, and now it has caught on. And so it's like the ladies and they've decided we do not want flowers anymore. We want bouquets that have money. And so what do you make of this whole entire new season? Out with the roses and in with the money.
Wow, that's an interesting phenomena. And I can see that it's really developing.
Yes.
But for me, I am a person who loves flowers a lot because flowers are natural. Money can be made.
Yes.
So I think we shouldn't commercialize Valentine that much. Let's stick to the old ways of doing things. I think this is the only moment I will advocate for the old ways of doing things.
Yeah.
Because with flowers,
Yeah.
I mean, it's very sentimental. Money, you can be given money every day.
Yeah.
So why are we turning flowers? They are real.
You're speaking like a
It's-
true flower person.
I will prefer flowers to money because
Yeah.
I mean I can make the money.
Yeah, you can always
Yeah,
make
you
your
can
money.
always make the money.
Yeah.
We can always have money anytime we want. But with flowers,
Yeah.
let's keep it to flowers
Yes.
because they are natural.
And you said something interesting here. I was even having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and we were saying how Valentine's is really love commercialized. Like we've commercialized love, we've commercialized everything. You know,
Yeah.
I think that's the rule and of the game of capitalism.
Yeah.
Where like if it does not make money, it does not make sense. And so I don't know. I sit on the fence on this issue. I mean, you can give me money, you can give me flowers. The point is, can we celebrate our love daily? Like we don't have to wait for just one special day to celebrate.
Yeah.
You understand, you know, and so it's just another day to be commercialized, and we move on as we move on.
Yeah, but I think Valentine's Day should just continue being there because
Yeah.
it actually reinforces love.
Yeah.
You should be loved every day.
When
You should
done
love
right.
every day.
Yes.
But I think it happens just to remind us about the power of love. Because if you look at all the holy Bibles,
Yes.
it's about love. The world rotates around love.
That's
And
right.
love makes everything stable. Love makes everything work.
Yeah.
And if love is not there,
Yeah.
the opposite of love is hate. So Valentine's is a good day just to reinforce.
Yes.
And if you don't have a partner, you have your kids, you have your parents, you have your family,
Yeah.
you have your friends.
Yeah.
Show love to everybody.
Around
Show
you.
love to your neighbors. Show love
To your pets.
to everything. Show love to nature.
Yeah.
Show love to strangers.
Right.
Show love to discipline. Yes.
I love that.
Yeah.
Show love. Just show love wherever you are.
Yes.
Do it. But happy Valentine's to you all. Right. And somebody else who I don't think Valentine is going to be celebrated quite well, in his kingdom, is a former governor of Kiambu County, Ferdinand Waititu. Now, Ferdinand Waititu is not new to controversy.
Yeah.
He's a guy that has been very much in the limelight for all the wrong reasons. And so yesterday he appeared before a Milimani court, and this was because of a graft allegation of 588 million shillings. And of which the court ruling was given to him that he should be able to either go into jail for 10 years, to serve a jail sentence for 10 years, or give a bail of 53.5 million shillings. Actually, or serve a 12-year jail. And of course, the corruption allegation was not just with him alone, was his wife as well. Into that matter, and for her, she was able to be given a 500,000 cash bail. Right. So now, when you look at that story and you see the mismatch, even we're talking about 588 million shillings,
And then you pay
50 million shillings,
It's
a drop out
absurd.
of the ocean.
It's really absurd.
Yeah.
We live in a world,
Yeah.
especially this continent,
Yes.
politics of deceit.
Yeah.
Because it's barely paying 10% of what is told. What that means is it will make other people say,
Yes. Oh,
if I
so
get
we
into
can.
politics, I'll steal $1 trillion.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll pay 10% of
billion.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the point?
Yeah.
If everything should be taken, if anything is bought by corruption money,
Yeah.
that's what other first world countries have been doing for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is, I don't want to use the word bullshit,
Yeah.
but they are bullshitting us.
They are,
Yeah.
they are, yeah. And I mean, it just goes on to show the complacency and
Yeah.
actually it's complicit. It's very complicit for us and our systems here. You can't necessarily be doing. And then I was watching how even he was in handcuffs, and it looked very pretentious to me. The guy was smiling. He had a full-on smile on him, and I was like, there's no way that this
because
guy...
he knows he will buy his way out.
It will
and
go
then
as thin,
still,
yeah.
he still has a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he still also have people inside. So it's just a show.
It is a show.
It is a show.
Yeah.
Reality show.
Well, it is quite the reality. Kenyan politics politicians really need a reality show for sure.
Yeah.
We would laugh every day.
Yeah, it's comedy.
It's quite comical.
Yeah.
It's quite comical. Yeah. So we know how this will go, but let's wait and see for it to roll out. Yeah, but it should serve as a warning, and I'm not so sure that it did serve as a warning, because you see, in Kenya, having power is meaning that you wield everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
And of course, his the sentencing was also able to bar him from running for running for any political office,
which is a good thing. That one is thumbs up.
Yeah. For the next 10 years, he should be
forever.
Out. Yeah, well, according to the court, they ruled him out for 10 years. So after 10 years, we don't know. We don't know what will happen. Yeah. But it's countries like Singapore, with especially under the regime of Lee Kuan something. I forget his other name. Yes, Lee Kuan. He really straightened the country system
completely.
Like,
even if you were his friend.
Yes, he didn't want
to know.
Yes,
and that's why Singapore is where it is
now. For sure. Yeah. So this is the beginning of something that could potentially work for or against corruption.
Yeah.
Then
maybe we are actually somewhere. Next time they will increase. Maybe they'll ask for 30%.
Yeah.
And they'll keep on going, and maybe later 100%. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. It's the beginning of something.
It is the beginning of the end. Maybe.
Yeah.
Right. A busy weekend also ahead of the AUC, the Africa Union Chairmanship, happening at the Africa Union headquarters in Addis Ababa, and our very own Baba is going to Ababa. And there's quite a lot of things here and there, many loose ends in this whole contestation towards the Africa Union chairmanship. First of all, let me just start with this question: do you think Baba stands a chance at Addis Ababa?
He actually stands a chance, considering the Kenyan's position in the African Union. But again, when you look at the political commentaries that have been going across the continent, you find that the SADC countries are actually advocating for the Madagascar candidate.
They are,
so
and this was just last minute. Last minute. Yes.
So that was a very a shift that we didn't expect.
Yeah.
But let's wait and see. Let's wait and see.
Yeah.
So, but I am very optimistic. But then again, other people are questioning his age, and
his
I think what Kenya should have done initially, when actually campaigning for him, they should have shown him as an astute, because he has a very great mind when it comes to Africa. He's very Africa optimistic.
And also people are saying that his election into the Africa Union is not necessarily going to help Kenya in any way. Let's not think that these are national politics.
Yeah, they're not national politics, but it will give Kenya a chance to vocalize. It's just that also people feel like, people say that Kenyans like controlling things. So that is, they are a bit skeptical about that. But also it gives you an edge. It gives Kenya an edge, because we will be directly involved into the African politics.
Negotiation capital, if something like that exists. And so something also interesting, again, more and more members of parliament, we also have senators, governments, people in the public, in the political landscape have gone to Addis Ababa, and a lot of questions are arising about why are they going, whose money, is it taxpayers' money they are using to go and do what exactly, I don't know what you make of this as well. Beatrice Elati was asked why she's going, she was like, "Mi nena tu maombi."
Africans love community.
Yes.
And anytime the president or something great is happening in any part of the world, you find that Africa go as an entourage. Now, I think maybe they're going to support Baba, but I hope they're using their own money.
I hope so too.
But who knows?
Who knows? We need to do an expose.
Yeah.
Because if that is taxpayers' money, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
You should
because
be
we
able
have a
to-
lot of development issues.
Yeah. Seriously, 108. Addis Ababa is about to cash in this year.
Yeah.
This weekend.
But I love that with this fact, I think now we should be inviting when someone says, "Come, we want to do an African summit with China."
Yeah.
Let them come.
Let them come.
Let them
'Cause
come.
why are we going
Even if they're going to come to Addis Ababa. I mean, money later will start flowing to other
Wherever,
countries
yes.
within Africa. Next time, let them go to Ivory Coast at the African Development Bank. Let's ensure that everything is done in Africa.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, all the best to Mr. Odinga. All the best to the candidate from Djibouti, Yusuf Ali Faki. They have quite the names.
Yeah.
And then there's Mirandrama. I can't even
those
say
names.
it. Yes,
Yeah.
those names. From Madagascar, formerly known as Malagasy. Yeah, and just, you are still listening to the news roundup here at Power Radio. It's a special Valentine's edition. Yes, because this is how we show our love to you. We show our love to you by making you tired of what has been happening, or bringing you to book and up to speed with what has been happening around your world. So let's take a quick breather. When we come back, we still continue with what has been making local and international news. This is the Power Morning Drive Show on Power Radio. See you in a bit.
It's been a really long time, tangu nikuvutie. I only called today, but I think about you every day. Najua nilichoma, yeah. I take the blame. Juu tangu iyo day, I've never been the same. Find me at B&D of late kila weekendi. Nimekosana na wengi, lakini sisi I'm regretting. I know you know me well, usikate juu niko mlevi. Please don't hang up on me, niache niseme ukweli. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I'm not stalking you, niliona umepost pictures are cost. Your new man doing the most. You seem happy, you seem so happy. Called to let you know I'm taken, but available for you. Bestie, we nirudishie phone. Cause you don't understand what the hell is going on. Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday.
Reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. Needs to know what's in my heart.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
of my fantasy. Let your soul feel this harmony. Push it closer, call it to zoom. Let me ignite every part of you. Spell it out, mama, tell me what you're feeling. Let my actions be what you're thinking.
Cause it tastes like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life. You taste like sugar and spice and everything nice. Close your eyes, I'll make you realize you're winning in life, yeah. You're winning in life.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a superman. Chochote utataka nitakupa ma. You're my girl.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a supergirl. Chochote unataka nitakupa, nitakupa. You're my man. I wanna climb to the top of the mountain, let you cruise on this endless sea. Open up the windows to your soul. I want you to see what you do to me. Watch my spirit melt into your arms. Freeze this time so we'll never be apart, baby. I know you're comfortable under my skin, so don't let go. Pull me close, let the energy flow from my head to my toes. Like this split, let's get lit. Wake back up, then we do it again, baby.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a superman. Chochote utataka nitakupa ma. You're my girl.
Call me a number one, baby, you can call me a supergirl. Chochote unataka nitakupa, nitakupa. You're my man.
Somebody call for my girl, call for my cure, call for my lover. Cause when the sunlight's at west side, you're always gonna be my number one.
Somebody call for my man, call for me cure, call for my lover. Cause when the sunlight is at west side, you're always gonna be my number one. Tell me how you want it, daddy. Tell me how you want it, papi. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me how you want it, mommy. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy.
Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy. I'll make you happy, I'ma make you happy. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me how you want it, baby. Tell me what you want, I'ma make you happy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Just a little bit, yeah.
The money make me fly like a kite. I wish the money make me fly like a kite. I wish the money make me fly like a kite. I wish that money make me fly like a kite.
Like the sea, Bora Uhai, c'est la vie. All of these roads lead you to me. Make me spend all my money for peace and quiet mystery. Forbidden fruit is out of reach. I've got a hunch, a certainty. You make me spend all my money.
of the dice, a slap on the cheek, the thrill of the chase ends in defeat. If we are survivors, then we try harder. Most of my life I've been asleep. Who will I hold? Who will I keep? All of this talk is way too deep. I need to spend all my money.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Welcome back. That is Tetushani. He's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike. I am still here in studio. Well, a different kind of studio with my guest, Esther Wavinya. But you like going by your name Wavinya mostly, Cindy? Yes. Wavinya, yes. And we are still talking about and catching up of what has been happening around the globe in the news roundup. And our final story is all the way in Myanmar. It's a country in Southeastern Asia, and some drama has been happening there. Yeah, some drama has been happening. Yeah. So what has been going on? Tell us.
Okay. Recently, The Economist and other international medias found out that there has been a telecom fraud happening there. Yeah. And even we had some Kenyans who were actually lured to go work there. And it all down to lack of equality, lack of development, employment. Yeah. So it's a story that we should actually check, because as Africans, you find that most of the time we want to migrate to go and look for greener pastures, to look for opportunities. Yes. And now the fraudsters have realized that it's easy to lure Africans into such. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the same country that a president can stand and face Kenyans and say that our job is to look for you jobs in outside countries.
Exactly. Yeah. And the what actually has shocked the world is how did this go unnoticed? And if you go, they lure you putting high salary and other nice affirmations that will actually make you go, and you think that you're going actually to work in Thailand, only to find that you're going to Myanmar to work as a telecom fraudster. Yeah.
It's a problem.
People. It's a problem. It's a problem.
We need better protection policies for
for our labor.
For our labor.
Yeah.
We do.
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how come this kind of conversations are never, we never get to hear that maybe people from Europe or America, when they go to these countries, it's not usually the same. It's usually people from the global south.
Yes, because it's easy. If you don't have anything to feed, you will be lured to do dubious entities. So it goes back to development problem in the continent.
Yeah. Oh wow. We hope that they are going to be put to book. We hope that whoever is behind this, because I've seen that there's also some allegations of could they be involved in human trafficking as well.
It's actually human trafficking, because you find that once you get there, if you're not able to, you don't want to do the fraudster, your parents, your family have to pay a heavy ransom for you to be released. Yes. So you see also narrows down to kidnapping still.
Yeah.
So it means that our labor system is being humiliated.
Yeah.
And that is something that I think a lot of people should know when they're looking for opportunities out there, just to verify if it actually is something that they really want to do.
Yeah.
Because even when you listen to the economists, some were saying that some people disappeared.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because they would not stand to be in need.
Yeah.
So are they being deported? The ones
the FBI actually took that matter, I think, this week on Tuesday.
Okay.
And yes, some people have been rescued, 100 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're checking on the entire system just to ensure that it doesn't actually continue. And that actually makes us wonder, do we have other entities spread across the world doing the same? Yeah.
I'm sure they're there.
Yeah.
So I guess an investigation should be launched and just come to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Right. And that story marks the end of our local and international news roundup. We will take a quick breather. And then when we come back today, we are discussing all things international funding models. A lot has been happening, especially since Donald Trump got into power. And I think within the first week of his inauguration into power, he had already declared the position of the United States in terms of withdrawing funding from some very major programs that support many lives and livelihoods here in Africa, at least. And so Wavinya shall be helping us understand, how can we carve out pathways for us to be able to tujitegemee manzi.
Yeah, tujitegemee.
Like it doesn't.
Tujitegemee.
It's a problem that Washington DC can cough like this and then we crumble. I mean, 35,000 people losing their jobs just because the United States has decided to withdraw funding is not a thing that we should be talking about, but we will be talking about that and much, much more. So see you on the other side of the break. You can start sending in your questions at Power Radio. We are streaming all live from Instagram, Twitter or X, YouTube as well at Power Radio. If you've not yet subscribed, kindly head out to our YouTube channel, subscribe, hit on that notification bell so that every time we are live, you get to be the first one to be in the know. We are also on our website, www.power254.org/Power Radio. The hashtag to use is hashtag Power Morning Drive. Let's take a quick breather. We'll be right back. Keep it Power Radio.
Alexis on the beat. Wewe nani unanipigia simu kama nani? Eti niachane mume wako nani? Unajua Nadia kweli mimi nani?
Wewe ni nani unampigia simu kama nani? Hata utoe vya ndani atarudi hapa kwangu tu nyumbani.
Anapenda vidogo dogo mwenzako anavimumunya. Mwanamke unapenda zogo, tafuta jambo hilo la kufanya. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Ni wangu. Kubali aishe ni wangu.
Ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Ni wangu. Mwisho yataisha ni wangu. Hivyo vimeseji na kuficha simu havinishtui. Atachoka nawe wengine aende yule hakagui.
Kelele ya chura haizui ng'ombe kunywa maji. Kwangu habanduki, kwako hatoboki na kwa maana ye.
Anapenda wife material, mwenzako anakudanganya. Mwanamke una kasoro, tafuta jambo hilo la kufanya. Ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Ni wangu. Mwisho yataisha ni wangu.
Ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Ni wangu. Kubali aishe ni wangu. Mimi sitakoma. Mimi sitakoma. Koma mama.
Nitakukomboa yataisha ni wangu.
Oh, ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Oh, ni wangu. Kubali yaishe ni wangu.
Oh, ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Oh, ni wangu. Mwisho yataisha ni wangu.
Oh, ni wangu. Huyo nasema ni wangu. Oh, ni wangu. Kubali yaishe ni wangu.
African pata one baby pata pata baby yes pata baby aliyensi yakutiwa that you've had enough. It's written in your eyes. Madola mbili ya mabwera with empty promises, they just lie and go. I can see you've had enough. Give your heart to me. Give your heart to me. I'll never make you cry. Dry your eyes, mama. Oh. Tandipa seko tumtaji. Sindiza kutakata. Dry your eyes, mama. Oh. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Wako, wako. Give me a chance to go chenge, chenge. Give me your love, niko chenge, chenge. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Give me a chance to go chenge, chenge. Give me your love, niko chenge, chenge. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Baby, sina doba doba. Muntima mwako ningofuna kona. Sindi banga njomba inenga jikabadinyo. Believe in me, I've got plans for you and me. Yeah, yeah, done. Unipase mpata sindi kutolesa choka. Dibweleza mwaindi kuchotea matoka. Our love chizakala sweeter, chizakala better. Ini mai hati iwe uzakala. Give your heart to me, give your heart to me. I'll never make you cry. Dry your eyes, mama. Oh. Tandipa seko tumtaji. Sindiza kutakata. Dry your eyes, mama. Oh. Dry your eyes. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Darling. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Baby. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Darling. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Wako, wako. Give me a chance to go chenge, chenge. Give me your love, niko chenge, chenge. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Give me a chance to go chenge, chenge. Give me your love, niko chenge, chenge. Open your heart, niko love it's how it's. Open your heart, niko love it's. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima. Sindiza kuswela mtima.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. That is Onesmus with Open Your Heart, and it's playing right here on Power Radio, where you tune in and power up. This is a Power Morning Drive show. My name is Wanyoike. I'm your host, and we are still in studio with my guest Wavinya. She's an international development and overall development expert, among many other things. You wear many hats.
Yeah, yeah.
You wear many hats for sure. But today we are going to be discussing specifically on the developmental side of things.
Yeah.
And what triggered this conversation is, the story that just came out the other day about the United States President Donald Trump withdrawing funding from some US-backed programs like the USAID, that's the US Agency for International Development. And because a lot of, especially Africa, and I would call it the global south, but let's even speak mostly here in Africa, the US has been funding a lot of these programs for the longest time. And in Kenya alone, 35,000 jobs are going to be cost because of the withdrawal of the funding from the United States to that extent. And then we also have a close to, millions of Kenyans who depend on the antiretroviral drugs, Kenyans living with HIV. Now, because some of these programs are also the ones that fund the access to drugs as well, we also saw a lot of stories about they do not know where they are going to begin and stuff like that. So I think the base. So when you hear such a story, and we'll get into what exactly foreign aid is a little bit later, but when you hear something like a country being thrust into the deep end of 35,000 jobs being lost because of one decision from Washington, D.C., what sparks your imagination immediately?
It makes me wonder why we don't have cushioning mechanism in case of anything.
Yes.
Because someone who offers you help will one day decide, I no longer want to do this.
Yeah.
Because of their national interest, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
So I think this should shake Africans a bit, Kenya a bit, to ensure that we put mechanism that will be able to sustain us with or without the funds given to us by other entities in the international sphere.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is entities, there's never free money.
Yeah, there's no free money. There's condition
there's
attached to it.
Yes.
And we also got very comfortable because, even look at a normal household. When you find either one of the siblings rely so much on it, because we've seen that in different families. They're always there getting handouts. Once the parent decides that I'm not going to give you handouts, either that person gets into depression or they become genius and find other modes of survival. So this might be a blessing in disguise. It's actually should awaken us and see how we can actually be able to fund us, because the person who feeds you controls you.
Yes.
That's why you find that Africa is always in conflict. Africa has never settled since independence. Yeah.
Wow. Right. So for somebody who is listening into this conversation and they do not know what foreign aid is, so maybe we can start by laying the foundation. What is foreign aid and how is it set up?
Okay. Foreign aid is not necessarily about money. These are assistance given to developing countries to help them either financially, militarily, or even sometimes with advice. And now what people know mostly is about the humanitarian aid and the financial aid that we get as a continent, because there's implication.
Yes.
So that is the common knowledge to people, but you also get aid in terms of military. And mostly when you look at the international global architecture, you find that the global south receives a lot of foreign aid from the great powers. Yes.
Yeah. And how is it set up in terms of like, how do the funders, so quote unquote, decide this country gets this amount, this country gets funded in this kind of programs, and the other, and so on and so forth?
The person who owns the money decides where the money goes and which country, depending on the interest they have in that particular country, what amount of funding they get in terms of humanitarian aid. And mostly it's also about control. It's about control. And when you look at it from the other angle, from conspiracy angle, you find that also a lot of people are coming up with data-backed evidence that you said was part of everything chaotic in Africa, mostly political. So there's both positive and negative implication that have actually emerged from this financial aid that we receive as a continent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are some of the factors that would lead a country, like, for example, the United States, to withdraw its funding to support these programs?
Every state is governed by and led by its national interest.
Yes.
And if the interest does not align with what the regime wants, because now the withdrawal has been done by Trump's regime. Trump regime feels like we need to trade, we need to do business. He's a businessman. He doesn't see the need for aid. And also, he actually thinks that, according to him and his team, he thinks that USAID was used to politically undermine his candidature. So also, there's a lot of anger issues embedded in it.
Yeah.
But still, we shouldn't care about them. We should care about us.
Ourselves.
We should care about ourselves and what implication this has on us. And I mean, for me, I take it as a blessing in disguise. So this is a time we awaken our ingenuity. This is a time we awaken our creativity. This is our time we go back and say, let's now do development our own style. And it's very possible. Yes, we've seen countries like the Tiger Asians doing that, and it works. Yes.
Yeah. So why is it such a problem to already set the ball rolling in terms of local funding? Because we lose 2 billion shillings daily to corruption.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
and you can't tell me that. I keep saying that poverty and scarcity is a human construct.
It's a human construct.
Resources are there.
The resources are there.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to manage them.
Yeah.
And also, we get comfortable knowing that even if we mismanage our finances, someone else from the greater powers will come and help us. And with that, we are always going to be very subordinate in this world.
Yes.
And no one wants to be subordinate.
No.
Because once you're subordinate, first of all, your human labor becomes very humiliated. You don't even have power to put on decisions in the international spheres. The presidents of Africa are never even respected in the international sphere, because I mean, we are helping you. A lot of people have Afro-pessimism because we've already, by design, shown that we are very inferior. We cannot use our mind to create development.
Yeah.
We cannot get inside our innate given talents to see how to solve our problems. We are always there begging. And a beggar, no one respects a beggar, because I mean, if I decide, and every day I'm gonna pay your rent, I'm gonna fund your what you eat, I'll decide you will actually have to worship me. And that's what's happening. That's why you find that we are all lured to go abroad.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants good life.
Yes.
And when you look at the world, when you travel a little bit, you realize, Africa, we have good weather. So why do we want to go there? Some of us don't want even to go live there. We want to live here and we want things to work.
Yes.
But the politics is messing everything up.
Yes.
And there's no equality at all. And there are no opportunities. So you find everybody wants to move, and you find people getting involved into the fraudster and other scam activities, and others even lose their life trying to get to fend for themselves.
Yeah, because even in Nigeria, like we have Japa, the Japa, just a mass migration into the European countries. What does it take to set up local funding models?
After colonialism, after we got our independence, we had thoughtful leaders, and most of them were decomposed by the Western powers then, because it was an ideological war between communism and capitalism. And the Americans really wanted capitalism to win. And everybody like Patrice Lumumba, even Kwame Nkrumah, when he wrote about African Unite, neocolonialism, he ended up being ousted as the leader of Ghana. And he's actually among the people who actually set the pace for African independence.
Yes.
So research shows that we are economically colonized.
Okay.
We have been, and every strategy, every development agenda that is set into the continent is set actually to improvise us more than actually develop us. That's what 2030 is just here, 5 years down the line.
Literally.
SDGs, have they worked?
No, MDGs also.
Yeah.
We started hearing
yeah.
Vision 2030
Vision
a
20
long time
when
ago.
I was a young girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's here
Now
with us.
it's here. Still poverty is there. It's tangible. You can actually, you can even see it, touch it, feel it, smell it.
Yes.
It's still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're not doing things right.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're very passionate about Pan-Africanism.
Yes.
Also, you know, ways of doing life, especially for African solutions. What does Pan-Africanist development look like, and how do we invest towards that here locally? Pan-African
development should take the stand of protectionism. What Trump is currently doing in America, he's protecting America from external interference in terms of trade and economic development. For the longest time in Africa, there's data-based evidence to show and prove that actually this is happening. The continent is being plundered. Looting, everybody is looting from the continent to develop their technological manpower and to ensure that they keep on getting better and better. And that's why rich countries keep on going. An interesting research done by very great development experts from around the world show that the economic system is racial. And this also shows why we are not able to develop. Because when you look at Europe immediately after the World War, Second World War, the countries, actually all the countries were in shambles. They got foreign aid, the Marshall Plan, but it was very short, it was very precise and finite. It was there to develop and live so that they can take over from there. But in Africa, we're always just getting foreign aid, and there's no strategy because the way the international economic system is structured, the architecture of it is about underdeveloping this part of the world while developing the other part of the world. And that's basically what capitalism is currently defined as.
So you say that we should build our models around protectionism?
Yes, we need to protect our continent. We need to trade more. You know, it's very hard for us to move from here to maybe Sierra Leone. It's easy for us to get out of the continent than moving around the continent. That's why we are not even to trade better. And those are the things now we need to start. We need to start talking development. We need to stop being corrupt. We need to stop taking the subordinate position in the international sphere. We need to do what Kwame Nkrumah and other great scholars told us, African unite. Because there's nothing else to lose apart from uniting. And once we unite, we have one voice. One voice to lead us to development and trade amongst ourselves. The other day we got results of the Form 4s. And I saw people say, the top students, I want to be a surgeon, I want to be this, I want to be this. And I was like, I just wish your dreams to come true. Because when you follow the stories of a lot of people who've done well and they don't have godfathers and godmothers are out there still looking for work. Their minds have been wasted. So it's something that we need to have a conversation on, and it starts with us, the people. Let us vote in leaders who actually mean well for the continent, for the country, for our counties, for our wards. Let's vote in leaders who actually are very Afro, optimistic. Leaders who are not there to just go and have their self-interest met. Because it's only in Africa whereby you find that politics and power give you capital identity. I mean, what are you producing? There's nothing that you're producing. You're just stealing and stealing, and everybody. That's why you find that we are a fix quick nation because everybody is like, oh, I want to buy. I used to want to be a politician, but now I said I want to speak to politicians. I want to speak to politicians. I want to speak to people about means and ways of self-actualizing at individual level, at country level, at continent level. I want to get out of here today and decide I want to go to Mali. I don't want to think about the logistics of how should I fly to Europe, come back. It's crazy.
It doesn't even make
and it's
sense.
because we've decided we just want aid. We don't want to produce. We don't want to bring our ingenuity to the world. And that is killing a lot of dreams. We need to stop being lazy. Being lazy in voting wrong leaders. Being lazy in deciding what actually works for us.
It's a problem. Do you think Africa, in terms of developmentally, we can trade within ourselves and we be self-sufficient?
Yes, we have natural resources. DRC, the most conflicted region right now, which has always been conflicted. It is the wealthiest country in the world, but the most poorest country in the world.
Sad.
It's a paradox that was created. And research now shows that we are entangled in racial biases. Imperialism is real and alive, and that's why we are always getting plundered. And those are the things that we need now to start asking questions. Why, 60 years plus later after independence, we are still the subordinate continent? Why is development not working? Why do we have slums all over? You go to, when I was studying at Cambridge, I will take trains or buses because just to see the countryside. And the country is developed. And to a point, I even made a joke. I made a joke. Oh, you use the colonial money well. But it's we need to do something. It's time for us to stay woke, stay conscious, know that we can actually do it. We don't know, because you find that graduates, you hear a graduate, someone who's very good, who's an expert on something, going to Middle East to become a babysitter.
Seriously.
What are we doing to our people?
And probably come back in a coffin.
Who knows? It beats logic.
Wow. How do we buffer ourselves from these shocks? Because today it might be the United States. Tomorrow the European Union is also waking up and deciding, by the way, guys, jipangeni on your own.
Jipangeni, because now for them, they realize they can actually maybe do without us, but of course they will need our minerals. So they when we talk about aid, people think that, African does not have anything to offer, so we need to be given money. But research has shown that we get aid, 2 trillion as the global south, 2 trillion, but what comes out in terms of tax evasion, illicit flow of finances is 5 trillion. So
do the math.
Do the maths.
It's not mathing.
It's not mathing.
Yes.
So it means that we have the potential. What we lack is leadership. And also, I think people are not ready for good leadership.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
We are not ready, because if we were ready for good leadership, we have one of the best constitutions in the world. It's crazy. And then even the other day, we realized a lot of people who are actually elites, people who have authority in different fields, are the ones who are enabling corruption to happen. They're leading everyone to just plunder the continent, and it's really sad.
Oh my God. If you're just walking into this conversation, we are seated down with the Wavinya. She's an international development expert, and we are on the Pawa Morning Drive show. We are discussing all things international, funding, with the recent surge of the withdrawals of funding from the United States government by Donald Trump, the president. The 47th president of the United States. This has made shockwaves to reverberate across the world. And so the question we are asking today is, how can we insulate ourselves from these problems, from these shocks? Because I think they are shocks which should not be the case. And how do we start thinking, if actually it's very late to start thinking now, because we are 60-something years into independence. And so how do we ensure that we create more solid and domestic funding models, and also create pathways for owning our own programs, and also owning and investing into our own programs as well. So we will be discussing that and a little bit more of, foreign aid and all those things on the Pawa Morning Drive show. But let's take a quick breather. We'll come back and we continue with our discussion. Send in your questions. The hashtag is Pawa Morning Drive. You can also get us on all our platforms. We are streaming live. You're welcome. Yes, see you on the other side of the break.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Back with another ba bum ba bum bum. Back with another ba bum ba bum bum. Back with another one ba bum ba bum bum. Let's get it ba bum ba bum bum. Gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane 'cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a lane 'cause I really like the way. Your music is insane. Joe, how do you think, Joe? What can you show about this girl I know? About this girl called Mary Jane. About the way she used to kill them with the show. Kill them with the kill them pretty girl there. She got that shaku, got that katika. Hey. Every night and day, up before 20 p.m. Everybody say, gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane 'cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane 'cause I really like the way your music is insane. Gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary Jane. Gotta be a Jane 'cause I really like it. Man, I really like it. Yeah, man, I really like to dance, really like to move my body like that. Really like to dance, really like to move my body like that. Okay, najua unapendanga energy drink, lakini ukitaka mali safi ende chain. Kuna manzi ana everything you need. Gotta break your back until everything don't be leveling. Go so sweet, they be jealousy. Everything about you is so highly. I know you know they know you got nice energy. Akisonga every time, so exciting. Now what lie, you mesmerizing. Nice energy, Akisonga. That is why Mary Jane makes you feel some type of way. Gotta be a lane to choosing a Mary Jane, choosing a Mary Jane, to choosing a Mary, to choosing a Brandon, Jerry, to choosing a Kendra, to choosing a Abby, to choosing a Erika, to choosing a Lynn, to choosing a Tracy, to choosing a Dodo. Now Warembo,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nani cheesy kama yeah. I've been faded, I've been naked, in different places, many faces, X-rated, yeah. I've been patient, I've been waiting. No other one that's come around can do the things you do. Who keep come around, we smoke a lot, Canadian pot, G's and bomb, catch a wine, dance along, bounce along, baby, bounce along. Wine and dine, made your mind, it's a clear sign that no other one that's come around can do the things you do. Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. We up all night and still we try to be busy on the AM. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come on,
I've been faded, serenaded, celebrated. Ooh, very patient. See, I'm not so complicated. Ooh, kakwama on my mind. Your toes are juicy, align. Moyo kapiga sign, kisha underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Ukakwama on my mind. Tuka alive. Tuka bigger sign.
nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on, yeah. Cheesy come on,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
That is Zania alongside Ben Soul with Cheesy, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is a very special Valentine's edition of the Power Morning Drive. Yes, you can see the new set and everything. Yes, so welcome back to our conversation. We are still with Wavinya in studio, and we are discussing all matters development with the recent withdrawals of funding from the United States government into programs across the global south mostly, and you know, in Kenya even meaning and implications around 35,000 job losses. We had to have a conversation about insulating ourselves against this kind of problem. So Wavinya, why would a country like the United States, who is also drowning and swimming in national debt, be funding a country like Kenya. There's a mismatch here. You should put your house in order before you put the house of your neighbor in order, I guess.
Yeah, but you see, when you look at the global politics, it's about who owns who. And America has played that factor very well. That's why we had a long, extensive period of Cold War in the 1900s. Because, I mean, power, look at, when we talk about power, I normally love us telling someone, as an individual, don't you feel nice when you have power over something? Power even over yourself, over your emotions, over your development, over just anything, over your addictions. You feel so good. And power gives you something.
Agency.
It gives you, even an identity. So the Americans realized for us to actually have what we want, we need to be the most powerful state. So they took it as their mandate to give aid to the other countries. It started with the Marshall Plan, which we spoke about, and it really worked well because it was definite. They knew this is actually to reconstruct everything. But our problem as the Global South goes all the way to coloniality. A lot of people nowadays say, don't speak about the past. No, you need to understand the past so that you can understand the future. That's why people who are depressed, when they go for therapy, they are asked about their past experiences. What traumas did they have? So we need to start talking about slavery and its implication to development. We need to talk about colonialization and its implication to development. And now understand where we are today and why we are here and why things are happening the way they're happening and why are we a subordinate continent. Don't you want to be equal partners in the economic system? That's what we need.
We do.
Are we ready? We need to start having that conversation. But then again, you find that a lot of people who have the knowledge of what is exactly happening, some choose either to be enablers, ride very big fancy cars, live in fancy neighborhoods,
catch flights
there here and there. And I mean, that is an appealing life. Everybody wants opulence.
Wants that,
everybody. I mean, who doesn't want opulence? But then again, at what cost? And then we have another group of people who've decided, you know what? I'm going to tell the world the truth. They put it in a book. In our mind, when we were growing up, and I think that is the worst quote to be always being put out there because words have power. Every time I remember growing up, people saying, oh, if you want to hide something from an African, do it in a book. When you come to my house, I have one plastered wall full of books because I want to know what is that you're hiding from Africa. And it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's why we have inequality. That's why, for me, sometimes I ask myself, presidents, why don't you want to be respected? We respect Western presidents, but our African presidents are not even respected there. We know about their cultures. We follow their elections. Those people, when Kenya is having elections, no one cares.
Nobody cares.
The other day, Ghana was having elections, but everybody is just talking about America, America, because they control us in various ways and aid is one of them. And aid actually disenfranchises us.
It's expensive.
It's very expensive. It takes our sovereignty away from us. It takes our self-determination away from us. And it perpetuates neocolonialism, which is quote-unquote neoliberalism.
Tell us about that. What are the differences, by the way? I need to understand.
You see, with self-determination, it means that we are not able to actually find solutions for ourselves. That's why you find that anything, as the Americans approve. So it means that we don't have a mind of our own to know that this is good, this is bad. And we will always live in shambles. We will always live in deprived state because also our sovereignty.
Yeah.
Are we even a nation? Are we a state? Do we have the same power? What are the relations? Always are very asymmetric, and yet we call ourselves an independent state.
Yeah, an autonomous state.
And exactly.
Really.
It's just words, but when you go outside there, you find that Africans, a lot of research, especially I love Dambisa Moyo when she says, look at all the African presidents. We are just bundled. They're just bundled, taken to a continent to a different continent to do African summit. And I ask myself, are we really that traumatized to a point that we cannot tell this person who's commanding us to go to their side to come here?
Yeah.
When presidents travel, they travel with an entourage.
They go.
So that is
massive.
A model they use to uplift their capital system. That is a way of economic development.
For them.
Hotels will be full. Everything, everywhere, money will be cascading.
For sure.
What if we decide, if you're going to hold an African summit with our presidents, do it in this continent. Let these African presidents travel to different regions.
Kwanza underdeveloped regions. Those underserved.
Our continent, we decide. This time we are doing Sierra Leone.
Yes, and you go to the Kibera.
You go there. Of course, presidents will not want to live there, but it will leave a very big economic impact in terms of tourism and all that stuff. So that is a conversation we need to start having. But I think maybe we've always been told, oh, abroad is everything. So maybe they want to go see abroad, but they've traveled. Why? What do they want more? And you will find maybe the president has never even gone to Mali. Actually, have you ever had a president gone to Mali?
I've not had.
We need to start owning us. We need to own us as a race because research has shown that global financial system is very racial.
Yes.
We are the most humiliated race, even in terms of labor. That's why we do manual, crazy labor anywhere in the part of the world. And I think we need to start owning our power back because Africa is the cradle of mankind. And if we take that and we tell every child, you are powerful, they will elect a powerful leader because leaders are a reflection of who we are. And we are not ready. We are actually absolutely not ready yet.
Yes. What then should be our focus at the negotiating table? And we are talking about not just presidents, because this whole speak about inclusion and diversity. What kind of negotiation tables that is pro-African development would you want to see? What kind of conversation should be going on there?
First, I would want everybody in the development sphere, the government, the civil servants, and the private sector to start owning the narrative of development and take that power. Trump has shown us American first. So also us, African first. And anything that is being put on the table in terms of a treaty, in terms of an agreement, we should bring in experts from Africa.
Yes.
Who have because we have now very many educated Africans.
Yes.
Their productivity is not being well utilized. So we should work with researchers. We should always ensure that we have data-driven evidence so that we can have solutions that actually can work because now we are backed with the data and we know how to go about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. This is a conversation that we can go on, that can go on and on and on and on and on. So maybe as we wrap up the conversation today, where do we go from here? I mean, there's a lot of things to think about for sure. Where do we go from here? Is it the restoring of the jobs? Is it looking for better funding models? Is it now bringing to like the Ferdinand Waitito style of doing things? You cuff them, take them to jail because they are stealing our money that should be invested in development. Where do we go from here?
we need to keep having this conversation as a country, as a continent, because the more you talk about something, the more people get to understand it, and the more development ideas and agendas will be set, because we have the knowledge, we have the capacity, we have the resources. It's actually putting everything into action. We should own all the means of production. We should stop being raw material producers and become the real owners of all the stages of production, because also research backed with data show that we import 85% of the food that we eat as a continent.
85%?
85%.
With our fertile soil.
Exactly.
And rain.
Exactly.
Throughout the year.
Exactly. Because they are a bit cheaper. Those countries have known how to navigate this international trade arena, and for its national interest.
It's a problem.
What is our national interest? I go back to what Karl Marx said.
Yes.
Workers of the world, unite, because there's nothing else to lose apart from yourselves. So Africans, let's unite.
Yes.
There's nothing else to lose apart from ourselves. If I want to travel to Europe, I want to go there as a tourist and come back because development is working, because the world that I live in, the continent that I live in is working. I want to decide, I'm going to the Gambia for my destination. I don't need to always be going. Those
Dubai
people they've actually sold
a narrative.
And us, we are refusing to create the narrative. And yet we have very nice natural resources, and then we have nice monuments. We are a very touristic continent.
Yes.
And that is something that we should capitalize on.
A lot of beautiful places to visit.
And we should work together.
Yeah.
The president cannot do everything alone.
No.
The
collaboration.
We need to collaborate. We need to trade more as a continent. We need to improve our infrastructures. We should control our movement within the continent. Sometimes you find that it's easy to move from one part of Africa to another. You have to go to Europe and then come back. What is wrong with us?
But I've been seeing a lot of push for opening up, countries into like visa free, especially within the continent. Do you think that's going to be a good place to begin developmentally?
Yeah, that's a good thing to. That's a nice way to do it. Kenya has actually opened its borders to Africa because it wants Africa also to know this is what Kenya offers. And then from there also we need to also do a lot of tourism within the continent.
Within the continent,
yes,
for sure. And I hope you will come back as we continue to have this discussion.
We must
to
make
educate
people
the public.
Stay conscious. And it has to start with us. Development starts with us as individuals.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
You're
Wavinya.
welcome.
It's always a pleasure to just, sit down and hear from the people who are actually in these rooms. Because you get to be in these rooms, you sit on these rooms, you hear the conversations, you get to be the one who is in these rooms and come and tell us what exactly is going on. So that tujipange mazi.
Mapema. To amini data. Let's believe in data.
So people are pessimists, as you say. So even if data is truthful, they'll be just like, he's in the
exactly.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you so much, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you for inviting me.
You are Power Radio. You're Power Radio fan. Yes, you are our family. Sawa. Guys, that is all the time we had for you on this very special edition, Valentine's edition of the Power Morning Drive. But before I go, I have to give you the lineup that we have, and it's quite the jam-packed lineup for you. 11 a.m., you have to catch Miss Murote. She comes in for the Shiva Sessions show. Then at 1:30, Power Up, it's our new show where we just get to give you witty and, commentary about what has been making the waves of the internet and news and all those things. Of course, the gang is here. Bena, no doubt, being the host with the most. And he said at a cost, He will be coming alongside with his co-host DJ CJ, Elijah Mose, as well as myself. So you catch us live from 1:30 all the way till 3:30 p.m. And then later on, our reggae nerd, Miss Flozz Munyiri, is coming in with Ital Groove. She takes us all the way to Jamaica, jam down what has been happening in that Caribbean side of the world. Tune in at 4 p.m. to find out. But for me, for now, it's a goodbye. Happy Valentine's to the lovers in the world. Yes, happy Valentine's. Yes. Kwa unataka kuniletea maua pia sijakata. Mtuletee maua pia sisi. Yangu kwanza ikuje na hiyo bouquet ya pesa.
Ya pesa.
See mind. Alrighty, I will see you at 1:30 on the Power Wrap where it all happens. On the Power Morning Drive, see you next Monday. I shall be talking to Wavinya. Funny enough, I'll be talking to Miss Wavinya. She is contesting for the MCA seat in I forget this. It's in Ukambani. Yes, under the wiper. Under the wiper seat, yeah. So she will be here on from 8 a.m. and we'll be discussing about what is happening in the world of youth and political participation. The Youth League have decided that they're not going to back down on their tools this time around. So catch me on Monday as we discuss that as we have that conversation and so much more. Goodbye for now. See you at 1:30. Bye.
Bye.
Me, I keep it fresh on.
Me, I keep it fresh. Me, I keep it fresh. Me, I keep it fresh all day. Fresh all day. Fresh all day. It's all cool. Fresh all day.
Think you can handle Count Moolah.
I come correct, and yeah, my swag so official like I'm the ref. See, I be rockin' Louis, so shorties wanna do me. Have all these haters feeling so underdressed. I see you mugging me, but I ain't mugging back. Cause I ain't got time for your chitty chat. Why you tryna copy and paste me? I'll be with your broad like butter on pastry. She's on my arm like my Virgin Mary. And we be on that weed from early. OG, smoking by the OZ. And all she wanna see is a couple emojis. Well, I got money to blow. And shorty, I ain't tripping, so you already know. Can't moolah all day. If you want it, gon' pay. Hater, I'm just letting you know that
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day. It's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day. It's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day. It's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day. It's all cool.
okay, my life is not the same, and I know who to blame. If I remember the name, it sounded something like fame. For the money, for the game, I would kill it. No shame. Rep a crew that's untamed, and I'm a dude that's maintained. Swagger so right as Frank. 20 Benjamin sitting in the bank. What you think? I've been working hard, numbers agree. So please believe me, this is easy, born to be an MC. So I took one Nairobi, the swagger strong only. 24 hours round the clock, Wani. The Levi store know me, big up Ryo and Fuzzy. Now I'm fresh all day, Nikki Chapakazi. Boys be looking at P, this ever slappy, Lucy, Kibaki, LOL. Yeah, I'm only messing, I'm just digging the jam. Bumping it with my fam, Chuck Taylor's helping me stand, let go.
All I know is swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day. It's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day. It's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day. It's all cool. Cause you keep it fresh all day. It's all cool.
I said we on to be their favorite. Moolah team pacing. Further than the basement, higher than the spaceships. NASA couldn't waste this, rockets couldn't chase this. Swagger on vintage, African fresh prince. Flying like the Jetsons, higher than the Jeffersons. Moving on up till they can't get enough of us. Now we at the top, better use your binoculars. Swagger non-stop is what you do if you have some. And I'm just getting started. Ever seen a Kenyan boy trying to go harder? You gotta work for your profit. it cause everybody's trying to get paid in Nairobi. I think your swagger need coaching. Fresh all day, it's all cool by the ocean. Swagging down the South Coast, you could say we coasting. High grade glowing, super flowing. Damn.
All I know is swagger, swagger.
Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool. Me, I keep it fresh all day, it's all cool.
Put your hands up if you have some.
Cause you keep it fresh all day.
Fresh all day, fresh all day, fresh all day, fresh all day, fresh all day,
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.